What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys give it a subscription because subscriptions are good. And if you're not new, make sure you thumbs up. I don't know. I'm still getting this intro out. I'll figure it out when the time comes. Either way, hey, great job with the watch time last episode with the top 10 rewatch. That was super fun. You guys cleared over 9 minutes of average watch time. That's almost 2 minutes up from the previous episode. Let's see if we can continue to drive that up. I don't know how long we're going to go today. We're going to go and just watch the end of the video and let's keep driving up the watch time. If you, of course, once again, thumbs up are great. Sharing, it helps get the word out there and stuff. I had a lot of people ask me this weekend, actually, on Discord and just through reaching out, my thoughts on the business aspect of the AT&T and Discovery Time Warner merger thing that's happening. And, based off of, my previous history with Screw Attack and Screw Attack now being under that, being a brand under there, obviously Rooster Teeth and how it all kind of falls into there. So I thought I'd just make a quick video about it and provide you with my insight on it. People are asking, well, what do you think? Is Rooster Teeth going to close down? I don't know. Well, for just TLDR, I don't know. I'm not the one making the decisions, but I'll tell you this much right now. I think there's a lot to be talked about here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here it is right here. This is the AT&T Discovery close Warner Media merger. So essentially two mega Goliaths merged, and they have created a giant, one singular entity. And apparently Discovery is going to be the company that everything is under. So, it's just a big old smorgasbord of stuff. Warner Brothers Discovery, it's singular name now, will create and distribute the world's most differentiating and completed portfolio of content, brands, and franchises across television, film, and streaming. The new company combines Warner Media's premium entertainment, sports, and news assets with Discovery's leading nonfiction and international entertainment and sports businesses, including Discovery Channel, Discovery Plus, Warner Brothers Entertainment, CNN Plus, DC, Eurosport, HBO Max, HGTV, Food Network. And so look, there's a lot here. Adult Swim, Turner Classic Movies. That's a laundry list of major media outlets that have been combined into a singular entity, which is crazy to think about. Today's announcement marks an exciting milestone, not just for Warner Brothers Discovery, but for our shareholders, distributors, and our agencies, our creative partners, and most importantly, consumers globally. There it is. And most importantly, consumers globally. Listen, hey, it's a big deal for you, said David Zaslav, Warner Brothers CEO. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO. With our collective assets and diversified business model, Warner Brothers Discovery offers the most differentiated and complete portfolio of content across film, television, and streaming. We're confident that we can bring more choice to consumers around the globe while fostering creativity and creating value to shareholders. I can't wait for both teams to come together to make Warner Brothers Discovery the place for impactful storytelling. Okay, so there's a lot of different brands underneath this umbrella, and I think the ones they mentioned, they'll see some slicing and dicing because that's what happens in a situation like this. You see a lot of consolidation. Leadership from one company will be chopped in favor of another one. Maybe they may combine all-stars. It's kind of like an all-star selection where you have your top executive who toes the company line here and the top executive from this company, and they kind of come together for this new thing, right? You see that quite a bit. They also, like I said, there's a lot of people doing the exact same jobs. I lost my train of thought right there. But so obviously someone's going to get cut. They can't just keep everybody on forever. So I think initially a lot of jobs will be safe initially, but I think in the coming weeks you're going to see the chop and block open up, and it could be a bloodbath really fast. I think for the brands mentioned here, your HBO Maxes and your CNNs and your TNTs and your TBSs, they will be okay. But specifically when you get down to your brands that are not as big as them, that they hope to be as big as them, but never got and reached the full potential, that's where things could get ugly. And that's where I worry about our friends over at Rooster Teeth. Like I said, I have no knowledge of this, but I thought I'd just give you my 2 cents on these things. And if you look at Rooster Teeth as a brand, this is specifically as the YouTube channel. And I do want to preface this and let you know that Rooster Teeth's bread and butter is their first membership. That's where they generate revenue. YouTube is a line of their business, but they've always prided themselves on their first membership and their premium membership. At one point, I believe they had over 1 million paid members. I believe I heard that in a meeting at some point, or at least that was the goal. 1 million paid members on a platform is ridiculous, and that is outstanding recurring revenue. Now I'll tell you this: if their premium membership, their first membership, reflects anything like their YouTube channel, that's dropped dramatically. And let me show you what I mean right here. Here are their monthly video views that you can see based off of Social Blade. Social Blade is a really popular site that you can use to look at YouTube channels and such. Now keep in mind, Rooster Teeth is a massive company. There are, there's a lot of people who work there. At one point, there was like several hundred, right? And that's, there was the layoffs a few years ago, and people were upset about that. That stuff happens in companies. And unfortunately, people have to be let go. But if you look at this and you see that they've done on the Rooster Teeth main channel, this is the Rooster Teeth marquee channel that keeps things afloat. This is their brand. This is their identity. 4 million views, just over 4 million views over the last 30 days. That is very, very scary. If you look back just 2 years, I guess this is 3 years ago now, that's down from 24 million views. Now, COVID was really interesting because COVID hit in March, right? March of 2020 right here, and they were still averaging 19 million views. Still, you can see a slide beginning to happen here. So the brand wasn't super strong, but once COVID hit, that's where things really began to drop. Now, this right here, this is like deleted stuff. YouTube makes these adjustments. This is an outlier. Don't worry about this right here. But if you look at the continuous drop over the last 2 years, this is what I would be scared about. They saw a little peak back in June of 2021, but the continuous drop all the way down to a paltry 4.5 million views this past month in March 2022, where they started 3 years ago at 24 million views. What is that, down like 75, 80%? That is something to be concerned about if you work there. And if you can't pay bills, then you can't, you can't have jobs. And that's really what it comes down to. And it doesn't stop there. Achievement Hunter, obviously a major brand as well. They've gone through some changes from what I understand. Only 2.5 million views in the last 30 days, down from 11 million views. That's and 12 million views back in August of 2019. You can see that back in when COVID started, they were still at 12, but it's been a constant slide down, which is really sad to see. I do want to point out, like people say, oh, well, you don't just get paid off of YouTube views. That's true, but you sell advertisements based off the inventory that you can sell, right? So you can sell way more ads on 12 million views per month versus 2.5 million views per month. So keep that in mind. And then when you look at their subscribers, they haven't seen a positive month in 2 years. In 2 years, they haven't seen a positive month. So they're stagnant and they're actually declining. And that's Achievement Hunter. The Let's Play channel was like a second version of Achievement Hunter. It was essentially the Achievement Hunter guys creating a second channel, which was their biggest channel, and that's done 5.5 million views, which sounds great, but the problem is that started at 25 million views. So once again, down 75, 80% in the last 3 years. That is insane. And once again, it started in once COVID hit, they saw the little spike in April, and then it's been a constant decline. Now, I will tell you this: I admittedly have not watched all of their content. It is what it is. I don't watch a whole lot of their content, but neither do the executives who are making these decisions. They're going to look at this and go, "Why are we investing in this again? We're seeing a negative decline in subscribers every single month. What's the incentive here?" Then you look at Funhouse. Funhouse, our friends over there, I worry for them as well. They've done just about 4 million views per month, and they started at 30 million views per month, not even 3 years ago. Obviously, there's been a lot of change over there. They've lost some of their key cast. I think pretty much all their key cast. I know Bruce and Lawrence, and obviously Adam had his issues, and I think only Elise and James are still there. I don't even know. I legitimately don't know if they're still there of the original cast. So man, to see them go from over 30 million views to 4 million, that's dropping 85% over the course of just over 3 years. And once again, we're strictly looking at data, which is this is how executives look. They look at the data. They don't know these people personally. Even if they do, they look at this at the end of the day, the bottom line. And then let's go to my old channel, Screw Attack, and now Death Battle. Death Battle has actually held up better than most of the other brands. In the last 30 days, 6 million views. But if you look at their viewership, it's been okay. They're still growing a little bit, and the content is evergreen, which is great, and that'll always be viewed. It's searchable, it's findable. But even then, when they started at 16 million views, and they're down to 6, so rounding up to 6. So that's a 60% decrease over the last 3 years. And I'll tell you this: the edited content of Death Battle cost a lot of money to make. So the downward slide on these channels doesn't bode very well in the grand scheme of things. I will say this: people like Bruce, Lawrence, people who have left their brands, they may have got off the sinking ship at the right time, and I think that's a wonderful thing for them. And I think that there's a lot of really talented people at these brands that it may be time to take a look and really go the other way and try to start something new. Because I think specifically of like Michael over at Achievement Hunter. I think if he was to start and do his own thing, he would do amazing. That's where things are at right now, and it's crazy to see how much of the decline is seen over the last 2.5, 3 years. And like I said, I'm speaking strictly as what I would look at if I was be brought in. Okay, what's in the chopping block? So, as far as a cost-saving measure, which ultimately, whether you like it or not, that's how these executives look at these things. Look, I was asked about it. I thought I'd provide some insight. If you guys did enjoy this type of content, it's a little bit different than what I usually do. But if you'd like to hear my insight on these things, I'll gladly provide it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If anybody's curious about my thoughts, feel free to get it out there and share it with your friends. I don't know why you would, but you can if you want to. And like I said, this is kind of like newsy, and I don't really touch a whole lot of news, but I thought I'd touch this here just as a kind of a change of pace. I got a new reaction to some old Screw Attack top 10s coming up. That'll be up on Wednesday, and then I got a Mount Rushmore coming up on Friday. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys get more of me and my thoughts on all sorts of stuff, as well as some stories. I got some more stories on the way as well. All right, guys. See you guys later. Have a great day, and bye.